I've been listening some really valuable inputs given by everybody over here, and so I think that I would like to narrate a few examples, as I have been fortunate enough to have dealt with children, adults, also middle school. So some of my observations have been like, I could say that, into this field. Now, as we say that social emotional intelligence talks about a lot of parameters. So I just want to do a small little exercise with all of you. If you could see me, you can see me. I want you to raise your right hand. I want you to raise your right hand. Please participate with me. That'll really make me happy. And as we're talking about emotions, I think happiness takes the biggest lead. So I want you to just use your index finger and thumb and make a circle. And then I want you to rotate your hand twice, anti-clockwise, and keep the hand on your chin. I said chin. Okay, great. So why do you think that happened? I mean, I said very clearly that, keep the hand on your chin, but I guess that most of us happened to keep the hand on the cheek. And the reason was because I was doing this. So imagine that we here, I think, are giving our maximum concentration, because this is an important part of our curriculum today, at least, an important part of my day. But even then, the only activity we did, we made a mistake. We are adults, we are listening, right? Then what do you think the children do? So just one thing I want to tell you, that children grow up with what they see. A happy parent or a happy teacher will definitely bring up happy children, and vice versa. So how many of us are really aware of what we are doing? Because our children are going to be a replica of that. Many a times you will see, I have actually seen my son doing some things exactly which my husband does, and those are some of the things which I probably didn't like. But then when I self-introspected, I realized that probably I've been vocal about those things, saying them again and again, and that has kind of entered my children's brain. Yes, every situation makes us learn. So I think it's very important to be self-aware of what we are doing, and let's hope that our children will also become aware, and we are going to help them with this. Next is self-management. So again, I will narrate a very small incident, but I think a big learning it was for me. So one of my student came and she told me that I saw her that she was pretty upset. And many of our students come and stay in the hostel. They are away from their families. So they kind of connect with us, and they also come and share with us. So I asked her what is wrong. And so incidentally, she had pointed out some of her friends who were her own group were meeting, putting their social media posts, and she was not invited. And obviously, because she was really sad because she was not invited, I think not even sad, she was angry that she was not invited, but at the same time, no way of expressing that anger. So when I asked her, what is it that is making you feel so bad? She said that, they all met, but they didn't call me. So I told her that, okay, so what were you doing yesterday? She said, I was working on a very important assignment, so I didn't know they were meeting. I said, oh, so would they have called you? You would have gone? No, ma'am, I wouldn't have been able to go because I was doing an assignment. I said, then how does it matter? No, it's not that. What is making me feel is that they don't want me. I don't go, or I go is not the thing, but they don't want me. I told her, okay, so just let's introspect a little. Let's say tomorrow you're having a party with your very close friends. Will you call them? She said, they are not that close to me. I might not call them. So I said, now just tell me that if you are not going to call them on your important days, why do you feel bad that they are not calling you? No, ma'am, we are in the same group. I said, yes, exactly, you're in the same group. But it could be that they thought that anyway you're not going to come. Maybe they feel closer. Tomorrow, if you have something, you may want to call people who are more closer to you. I don't know if I could answer her question, but I saw that her agitation really went down and she calmed. And she said that, I said, see, one is if it is really disturbing you, you want to be into their circle, why don't you calm down and just tell them that you felt bad and you were expecting that you will be a part of this, or else just be merry and say, if I had a party, probably I would also not. And I would be with some others. But what I thought was that little later when I met her, she was able to deal well with it. So what I'm saying is that not always do we know what we are feeling and how do we need to handle it. Then how can we expect our children to do it? Yes, the irony is that there is no rule book to life. And we don't have a subject called as soft skills or life skills in school, where now we see we are moving towards it. So how many of us today, before the meeting started, could say that I'm happy? Or was I excited? Or was I nervous? It could be any of these, right? Why is it that a child, when every parent loves their child so much, why is it that one child feels that he is better than his sibling, while the other child feels, I am not good for anything, while the other child says, because I'm not so good looking or I'm short, I feel that I'm not able to do that. So again, my questions are just a gateway to tell you that in the formative years, when we don't teach our child any maths, English, or any concepts, what we do is a child knows when there is a frown on the mother's face. A child knows when there is a smile on mother's face. And when she opens her arms, to embrace him. And it is those relations and those emotions which really build up the base for children. And I think that if we build this base in a very creative and an intelligent way with practice and awareness, we will definitely be able to build the best decision-making skills for them. Now, decision-making is again something I think all of us want to be an expert at that, right? So I always say that decision-making is a knife which is given to us by nature, by God, by Mother Earth. All of us have it. And it is given to us to cut through difficult situations. But the only one condition is that knife has to be sharpened with every situation, with every practice. But what do? The moment your daughter tells you, Mama, which color should I paint? We are ready to tell her, beta green, beta blue, beta yellow. The moment she tells us which dress should I wear in this party, we are always there to say, what should I study? We are always there to say. Why do we say this? Why do we always want to be available? Why don't we let them sharpen their own saw with their own practices? And then maybe they will reach a place wherein they will be able to help us with better decisions. I think that there is a lot we can learn from children, the bubbliness, and I think all of us are practicing that, living in the moment, not expecting, not thinking about what I did wrong today and how will it make me suffer tomorrow. I think if we take each day as it comes and we learn from the children and we just help them to nurture that innocence with the help of emotional intelligence and emotional awareness, we will be able to do a great deal, not for them and not for us, but the whole world itself. Thank you.